Hello to my Aries. All right, Aries, let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Aries, okay, we're in a waning gibbous moon. The moon is in Sagittarius when you watch this video. So we're gonna just dive right in. Let's see what's in your cards. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. Your Zodiac sign rules first house to Aries. I'm talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart, including my cross watchers. It's important to know that your Zodiac sign rules first house for those of you all who are learning to read cards and learning houses and things like that. First house is all about personalities, temperament, appearance, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life, okay? So when you're learning your birth chart, Aries, and you want to kind of sort of slow down and just kind of sort of know what first house is all about, that's what it's about. You're going to roll by Mars. That's the Tower card. So you and Scorpios are ruled by Mars. Scorpios ruled by a second planet also. That's Pluto. That's a Judgment card. Just FYI. Fun facts. Okay. Right now, at the time of filming, Venus and Mercury are retrograde. So that's also a fun fact for those who want to know. Everything I learn will be used for my life's purpose. Okay? Talking to you again, wherever Aries is in your birth chart. So everything I learn will be used for my life's purpose. So we are a free will. So you have the power to set the tone for your entire day. Everything I learn will be used for my life's purpose. So for those of you all who want to know what your call on your life is, that's 10th house. North Node, 10th house, right? So it's always a good idea when you want to learn what your purpose is in life to slow down. Learn your birth chart, Aries, okay? Let's do it. See what's in your cards. A lot of times people are looking for signs. They don't know what the signs are. They're like, okay, just give me a sign, God. Give me a sign. But won't slow down. So if you want to live a softer life, it'll be to your benefit to kind of sort of learn your birth chart. See what sets you apart from every other Aries on the planet. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Everything I learn will be used for my life's purpose. All right? Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. 701, Angelic Company. You are being protected. Your angels see the struggle you are undergoing presently, and they want you to feel their loving presence supporting you. So call upon them to show themselves to you in signs, right? Because you want to slow some things down in signs. So your efforts are being rewarded. Source is trying to reward you, trying to help you to learn how to close out cycles, but somebody's going to have to really slow down. Like, and then so that you can start this new journey. Learn how to close out cycles in love. See things from a higher frequency. So call upon them to show themselves to you in signs and messages today, and in the love and compassion of those around you. So ask them to show you their love now, and believe it when you see it. Right? So 701. So Source is saying when you're at a crossroad and you're really looking for signs all around you, I'm telling you, Aries, you can see signs in license plate numbers. You can see signs in your gas station receipts. When a lot of times people rushing, getting gas, pay for the gas, and just dash off. Start printing those receipts out. Start getting the receipts from your grocery bill. Start looking at, opening up the envelopes when you get your bills in the mail. All of those are numbers. Start looking at when you roll over and look at the clock. I don't know if people are like digital clocks or whatever. Look at the number on your cell phone. If it jumps out at you, if the number jumps out, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Start paying attention. That could be a sign. Source trying to tell you something. Then go to Google, type in whatever that number is, angel number, whatever it is. The Source is trying to protect you from something. Source is trying to protect you from something. Like, for instance, Venus is retrograde right now. And so Source could be trying to protect you from a vain and vengeful spirit that could be a silent or hidden enemy for real. And you may not even know it because you just zooming around. Like, let me give somebody an example of what I'm talking about. So, for instance, Venus is retrograde, right? Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. But the dark side of Venus is that it can be vain, vengeful, green with envy, right? So, because there's duality. Everything's duality, dark, light and dark side to everything. So Venus rules Taurus and it also rules Libra. So Taurus rules second house. So second house is about personal resources, money, habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, and income. And then Libra rules seventh house as marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and enemies. Sometimes we don't know our hidden enemies until after the fact, right? But if you're impulsive and you're busy running around and just just busy, got all of this stuff going on, and then also Mercury is retrograde. Mercury rules Gemini, and Gemini rules third house. That's early education, intelligence, sibling interactions, logic, reason, communication skills, short trips, hobbies. And then it rules Virgo. Virgo rules sixth house. That's health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. If you're busy running around and you're not slowing down when these planets are retrograde, you could miss it. You really could miss it. That's why I always say planets don't move backwards and they don't move at a slower pace. So you got to slow down so that you don't miss something, right? You are in angelic company. It may not come in a form of, it can come in any form. It can come in a form of people, places, or things. It literally can come in a form of people, places, and things. Things could be numbers. They could be letters. These letters, Pythagorean, table. All of these letters also can come in the form of numbers. These letters right here can also come in the form of like a numerical system as well. So all of this. So let's get into your reading. Get into your reading. Not that you're going to sit there and every single letter is you're going to sit there and see what every single letter means, like numerically, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you need to really slow down and learn how to say, okay, let me slow down and get some downloads. So here we have Seven of Pentacles. There we go, patience. Source is trying to help somebody grow their money. Some seeds have been planted. Here we have patience, hard work, delayed success, diligence, perseverance. Source is trying to grow your money. But somebody has a plant among them. There's a plant among you, Aries. Somebody has been planted among you. Yeah. 3 words. 3 of Swords, excuse me. So heartbreak, loss, divorce, surgery, depression, suffering, grief. So somebody among you is listening to you talk about heartbreak, loss, divorce, surgery, depression, suffering, or grief. Somebody sitting there, somebody planted among you is just sitting there listening to you talk about these things. So you're talking about something among somebody. There's a Pisces that somebody's missed. That's Neptune. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Wisdom, release, self-sacrifice, getting a unique perspective of things. Yeah, you're talking to somebody. Hangman, Neptune. So I don't know if somebody, because Pisces is a water sign, I don't know if somebody's crying to somebody, talking to somebody, maybe crying to somebody, or like tears are coming down. It's a Pisces or Virgo. But somebody is meticulously, because the opposite of that would be Virgo. Some kind of a daily routine. But a light is being shed on something. Because this is the sun card here. So the light, the sun sheds a light on emotions, right? So here, this is and that's the other side of this. Somebody's belief system about something. Somebody is shining a light on somebody's belief systems about something. And then number 3, somebody is talking to somebody's belief system about something. Looking at the cards here, somebody's talking about somebody's belief systems about something, about like an organization or a group. Somebody believes that somebody is being bullied by an organization or a group. That somebody is being sacrificed by a group or an organization. Or that somebody was sacrificed by a group or an organization. Behind someone's back, and it's starting to show. Because you can start to see that somebody's depression, somebody is depressed. So somebody's starting to believe that somebody was depressed, that somebody was sacrificed at a retreat. Take only what resonates with you. Somebody is saying that when somebody behind closed doors, it's like when somebody went away, people are talking about that after somebody went away, that somebody's son was sacrificed behind closed doors, and it's starting to show. Or at least the people believe that somebody was sacrificed in some kind of a religious organization. Something to do with someone's father. Somebody is now saying they're going to put an end to something. Because 5 and 4 is 9. Somebody's now they're going to put an end to something. We're going to put an end to something. What in the world is this? Because I feel like somebody now feels like they have enough information. Because the King of Pentacles is not just about money. It's like physical evidence of something now. So somebody is praying for someone's strength. This reading is really strange. Okay. Okay, so um, looking at your cards here, so somebody is definitely talking about something that was said or talked about, some kind of talked about behind closed doors. Somebody is depressed. I don't know if it's you that's depressed. Somebody was talking about some kind of depression or something that was behind, or that was depressing behind closed doors. Some kind of grief or something that was talked about behind closed doors. Um, um, with some kind of an organization where somebody was pretty stern. It was like it was their way or the highway. And I don't know if it was your organization or maybe like you were raised really strict or something. Like it was your way. Somebody was saying it was their way or the highway. Something was going on. Or some kind of seeds were planted that just kind of sort of and the roots run real deep. Something was somebody's way or the highway, just real strict or something. Um, a lot of sacrifices were made or whatever. Um, so I don't know. Somebody was just raised in a real strict household because remember, this is not just an Aries sun reading. This is speaking to wherever Aries is in your birth chart, but it speaks to also your first house. Like basically speaks to your personality, your temperament, your appearance, your self-image, your first people's first impression of you or your first impression of yourself, your self-awareness, your outlook on life. So it can be uh, wherever Aries is in your birth chart. So wherever Aries is in your birth chart. So if Aries is your Venus or Aries is in your Pluto or right, so wherever Aries is in your birth chart, right? Source is saying or Aries could be your Chiron. It doesn't matter. You are being protected, is what Source is trying to tell you. Whatever seeds were planted and wherever it grows. Source is saying somebody could be in a very vulnerable space. So if you were, what I'm trying to tell you is that, like, let's say for instance, you were raised in a very strict household where basically somebody was basically saying it was their way or the highway. In this year of 9, Source is saying to you, you have an opportunity in this year of 9 to break a karmic cycle of just feeling like, just because those seeds were planted. I think I posted something on my community page. Was it on my community page, or did I see something on Instagram where you have an opportunity to plant something, like pull up something that just no longer serves your highest purpose. Now that you know that you have purpose, right? Your 10th house, North Node. Now that you know that you have purpose, and say, okay, I want to replant some seeds wherever, and I want to grow in a bigger space. Let's say you want to, like you plant seeds in a bigger pot, and you want to expand. You want to grow your money, and you want to um, invest with new groups of people, or you want to um, build a bigger home, or you want to invest with a group you've never invested with, right? Or you want to start 5 new different businesses, or whatever the case may be. You don't have to limit yourself anymore just because you may have been raised one way. Your ancestors are saying they've made enough sacrifices where there are going to be some people that's saying you making something all about you, that there's a group of energies that's basically saying, oh, but hold on, you got to conform to this way, and you're about to end something with somebody who says you have to conform to just this way of being. And there are going to be some energies now that you're about to end something that is going to be heartbroken, upset, frustrated, that they once talked about other people behind closed doors. You're now going to be the one that's going to be talked about behind closed doors. It's going to be heartbreaking and disappointing to you. But the group that you may have once belonged to, that you may have played a role in talking about people behind their backs as well, who had the foresight somebody that you love, that loved you deep and loved you hard, and said, come on, Aries, like, let's expand. This is what I'm saying. Like, source is saying there may have been a plant amongst you in the past that said, you know, not to pull you away from anything, but basically saying, come on, let's expand. Like, you were amongst, somebody was amongst you saying, let's expand. Like, let's have the foresight. And again, that's why sources say, in order for you to live a softer life, I hope somebody's getting what I'm saying here, Aries. In order for you all to live a soft life, you have to slow down and recognize that when source puts somebody in your midst that says, hey, let's live a soft life, you're going to also have to recognize when you're talking to learning people's love language. That's what this is the whole reading is really about. Is recognizing that other people's ancestors also made sacrifices too for them to live a soft life. It can never be Emperor energy. There's duality to everything. It can never be one way or the highway. When you're blending energies together, it's never just, King of Pentacles is never just about paper and coins, money, because it's also, money is a form of energy. Everything is energy. So one person may come to the table and they have a wealth of, remember, Hierophant energy is the physical, is the material energy, but High Priestess energy is the spiritual wealth. So somebody could come to the table with spiritual wealth, and another person may come to the table with the material wealth, right? So sources say everything you learn will be used for your life's purpose. So if you blend within you your spiritual wealth with the physical wealth, wow, powerhouse, right? So that's what source is trying to tell you, is when you have somebody who is, in terms of like growing with, your wealth is growing. You have a plant among you, right, within yourself. Those seeds are growing within you, right? So you're moving on from past disappointment and heartbreak, but somebody is now having this is where the Emperor card is. You're having a tower moment within yourself of just kind of sort of the sacrifices that your ancestors made. Like, if I want to grow with somebody, I got to recognize, wait a minute. Money is a form of energy. It's not just paper and coins. It's energy. I can't make this thing just about me. This is the sun, like shining on something, shining on emotions. Like somebody is like kind of going back to the past. Like I can't make this thing just about me. I can't just go by other people's beliefs and stuff. Remember, this 8 right here is also a karmic number. I gotta recognize meek is also a strength, right? That's what somebody's saying. I gotta also recognize meek is also a strength, right? That's inner strength. Letting source fight battles, right? So that's what source is trying to help somebody. Is like a King of Pentacles energy is not just it's not just paper and coins money. It's not just paper and coins money. That's what somebody is learning, is everything that you learn. Here we have, there's a Tower card right there. Somebody's having a total recall of something. A total recall of something. Yeah, here we have, there it is, the High Priestess. A total recall of something. Because the High Priest and High Priestess go together within one physical body. Meaning that the High Priest part is the physical existence. The High Priestess is the spiritual part within one body. That's your intuition. That's the High Priestess. That's your intuition. That's the divine feminine side, but the high priest is the masculine side. That's the material side. Your physical body, the earth, is the material side. So that's what somebody's having a total recall of, just like, oh, that's right. Okay, I had dreams, I had downloads, I had a feeling about something. That's the high priestess side, right? That's the mystery, the secrets, the trust, the intuition, your inner voice, the unconscious. That's the high priestess side of yourself. I'm talking to men and women, Aries, right? That's right. That was the sacrifices that the ancestors made for you. I'm talking to men and women. It's not just women's intuition. Men have intuition too, right? You had dreams, downloads, those secrets that were uncovered about you. We're not talking about just secrets that you know about people. We're not talking about gossip secrets. You had downloads and dreams too. Daydreams, night dreams, deja vu, precognition, premonition, right? Sixth sense, telepathy, telekinesis, psychic gifts, all of that, right? When you woke up and you had dreams about something, you're like, okay, what did that mean? What in the world? Right? So 10 of Cups. So that's what Source is trying to help somebody recognize is there's an upheaval that's happening right now because you're having a total recall of, like, oh my God, like, I was moving around too fast. I've been wanting to live a softer life, but I forgot that, I'm talking about, wanting to have some rest, and I'm talking about, yeah. That's what Source has been trying to tell somebody, is like, when you got somebody getting ready to start learning love language, you're about to start learning your love language, and when you have love in your life, you're about to start learning other people. There it is. You got a soulmate. Somebody has either met their soulmate or is about to meet your soulmate. But you're going to have to break the karmic cycle within yourself of feeling like there's a better half. You are your better half. Slow down. Venus is retrograde, and this is a perfect time for you to learn the lesson. That's Mercury. Mercury is lesson time. Sit down and learn the lesson. Don't be your own hidden enemy of not learning the lesson. That's what Source is saying. Don't be your own hidden enemy by not learning the lesson. That I'm moving around too fast, that I didn't learn the lesson. See, the Tower card, the reason why you hear people say, oh my God, I'm having a Tower moment, because somebody jumped to conclusions. Impulsive. That's the Tower card. That's Mars. I took action too fast. Oh my God. Oh my God. The seed was planted in my head, and I believed that somebody just, wanted my money. That's the Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles is money. Like, they just thought I had all this money, and they want to just take my money. They just want to pull my money up. They saw my money was growing. They just all of a sudden want to. So it's like, Three of Swords is heartbreak, loss, divorce, surgery, depression, suffering, grief. That's Three of Swords. So yeah. So I feel like the Two of Cups and then also the Four of Cups is the Six of Cups, right? So something was done. Somebody feels like two people, something was done behind someone's back, but somebody is saying now, looking at the cards here, you're now kind of like learning how to cut ties with that. Cut ties with something you've been holding on to. You're learning how to just cut ties with that and just move on. That's what somebody's learning how to do. Just cut ties with that. There's a double tower. You're having a double tower. Yeah. And definitely not going back to that. Wait a minute. Okay. Definitely not going back to that. Because it doesn't produce raising your frequency, because it just doesn't produce any results. There's no growth in that. It doesn't, in just chaos and confusion, it doesn't produce any growth at all. right? So somebody is definitely doing the work. It doesn't, it doesn't produce any growth. Somebody is definitely doing the work. Somebody is back in the saddle again. Yeah. Yeah. Judgment is coming down on hmm. Yeah, judgment is coming down on somebody. There's two energies who it seemed like they were obsessed with you. Two energies seem like they were obsessed with you. Let me see. Hold on. I feel like you had, I don't know who this is, but it seemed like there were two energies who were obsessed with taking your money. That's why, looking at your cards here, Aries, I don't know who this is, but this is what I was talking about slowing down because, yeah, it's two energies that were obsessed with taking your money. When I say obsessed, I'm talking about like you have to be on your throne and seeing things from a higher frequency when you're dealing with obsessed energies because somebody had to go down a rabbit hole to see this. Y'all know, like in the Matrix, the movie The Matrix, because when you think about White Rabbit, when you think about following this white rabbit down the rabbit hole, you think about The Matrix. I think it was the first Matrix, and you think about Alice in Wonderland. Because you buy into these fairy tales of just like how you think things should be. So the Judgment card connects us with Pluto. Pluto is the outermost planet, right? So it's a generational planet. So somebody had to buy into this fairy tale. What kind of fairy tale did you buy into? You must have bought into some kind of fairy tale around money, though. I feel like this is what I feel like happened with you, Aries. You must have let somebody in your house, because this is behind closed doors. You must have let somebody into your house that talked to you about how to grow your money. This must have been like some kind of investment, something. Somebody must have caught you at a time when you felt like maybe you financially, maybe you felt like your back was against the wall. So two people, okay, so two energies may have felt like they caught you at a time when your back was against the wall and they felt like, okay, we're gonna catch you. Yeah, that's what this is. Two people talk to you about something. You must have been heartbroken. That's what this is. Okay, so two people, you must have been heartbroken, some kind of loss, divorce. You must have gone through a surgery or depression or suffering some kind of grief about something. They caught you behind you. They talked to you behind closed doors about something. Had you go down this rabbit hole, you bought into some kind of fairy tale about something. You working. They talked about some kind of an investment. That's what this is. Okay. They talked to you about some kind of an investment. You went down some kind of a fairy tale, some kind of a follow some white rabbit down the fairy tale. When I say white rabbit, I'm talking about like Alice in Wonderland. I'm talking to men and women, Aries. I bought into some kind of a fairy tale that ended up being a nightmare for you. That's what this is. Okay. It ended up being a nightmare. It's always, ooh, Lord have mercy. It's always the devil in the details, because a lot of times you won't find out what it is until you really, really slow down. Because you could think it's one thing until you really, really slow down, you know. And usually, the devil is in the details, and the devil is so crafty. It catches you almost at a low point. Like the devil is always the author, like I said, author of confusion. Catches you at your low points, and you just feel like, okay, you know, you got a lot of stuff going on. You're so busy, you're not even thinking. You know, catches you when you got 100,000 things going on at one time. You made all these sacrifices. You doing this, that, and the other. All right. Here we have flexibility. So be flexible in your methods. You know, fertility, success. You're on the right track. So it's time to set higher goals. Think before you act. You got mind, power, resources, wellness. You got a lot of bright ideas. You got an opportunity coming your way. Some fast changes are happening. Helping hands. The source is sending you some help. Savings. Create savings for the future. Somebody is a light worker for sure. But something has been exhausting for you. So time to recharge and regroup. Keep up the great work. You got wealth coming your way. So I do see your money growing. But yeah, so it looks like somebody, you know, some investments are, you know, somebody gonna come through and help you with your invest your money. So slow down. So it's just trying to help you to live a softer life, for real. So it's just trying to help you to live a softer life. And so it's like you want to sit down and pay attention. If you got some people that's helping you, you really want to sit down and pay attention. This is where High Priest and High Priestess need to be on full blast. You're having a double tower moment. A double tower moment. In other words, you could have had a lot of stuff going on. You could have talked about money in front of two people. You talked about money in front of two people in the past, and those two energies, I don't know if you was talking about life insurance policies in front of these two people, or you was talking about something, you was talking about money in front of these two people, and that's all they saw was cha-ching. You know, like them old cash registers, you press the buttons real hard, cha-ching, and them cash register drawers come out in the bottom. You was talking about money in front of two people. But that's why you're not going back to that. You're not going back to that. And you're back in the saddle again. That's why I always tell people, like, people need to redefine the word gold digger. So you could think somebody wants your gold and you go, oh, this person, just a gold. You got all these people in your ear. Somebody going to redefine it. Because people, I'm going to tell you, a gold digger is not a person who will leave you, move on with their life, and they don't want a dime from you. They move on with their life. They don't want nothing from you. They just move on with their life. That is not a gold digger. So trust your feelings. Without agenda, rejuvenate yourselves. Energetic pull. Make room. Raise the bar. It's coming. The key. You hold the key to your life. Don't hide. Yeah, but somebody caught somebody kind of at a low point or something. Maybe, like I said, heartbreak, something. You had a surgery or something was going on in your life. And you was discussing money in front of two people. I don't know who you was talking to this about. Like disappointed or something. All somebody heard was money. But these two energies that are obsessed with money, somehow they made you feel judged about something. I don't know. But they put you in survival mode. And again, I'm not just talking to you if your sun sign is Aries, just so we're crystal clear. But they put you in survival mode. But your money is about to start growing again. And so it's just saying, this is where you're going to be a better steward over your money this time. Because you're now having Now you're having a tower moment. And a tower moment, like I said before, is just your awakening. You're starting to remember, like, okay, you'll never be in that, you have angelic company. You're being protected. So in other way, everything you learn will be used for your life's purpose. In other words, Source is saying you're now wide awake now, you know. So in terms of like money matters, Source is saying you're now, you're never going back to, let me see, you're never going back, like it's like almost saying, like saying to yourself, you're never going back to that again. You're never going back to, letting, first of all, you're never letting these energies back behind in your house again, whoever these energies are. You know what I'm saying? It's like you basically say, I'm never letting these energies in my house again. That's one, physically in your house again. These are loved ones, by the way. Because you got this inner happiness. You're saying you got love coming across your path. For some of you back in the saddle again. You're smart. You're smarter. You're wiser. What else we got going on here? Yeah. Somebody's thriving again. This right here, you're in the King of Swords here. You're more knowledgeable again. So somebody's back in the swing of things now, right? You're not falling for the judgment again, and the obsession again. In other words, you're not, something has ended. Something has ended. Something has ended. And so the tower is falling on these two energies, whoever these two energies are, because something has awakened in you. Something has awakened in you physically and emotionally has awakened in you, if that makes any sense to somebody, okay? That's what I have for you. So, all right. These could have been two love interests. This could have been family members, whoever it is, but something has awakened in you. You've learned how to save yourself through hard work. You've gone down this rabbit hole. You bought into some kind of a fairy tale, woke you up, whatever it was, but you're awake now, okay? All right. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this didn't go too far around the Robin Hood's barn, but that's what I have for you, Aries. And like I said, somebody does have romantic love coming through, maybe a marriage proposal for somebody, but I do think somebody is from now on really going to slow down in terms of living a softer life, and just rising above the judgment, like especially if somebody's saying that you've taken too long to make a decision about your like joining maybe finances or joining households or joining whatever, because you want to make sure it's not a hidden enemy, right? You're going to think about me when I said, like that seventh house. That seventh house is Libra. And we're not talking about a Libra, because you could have Libra in your birth chart. Remember, Libra is your polarity sign too. And so Libra rules seventh house, and that's about marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and enemies, including hidden enemies. And so you don't want to be an enemy to yourself. And so it's saying whether they're covert or overt enemies, you don't want to be an enemy to yourself. And so you're going to think about that number 7. You can be like, remember the Tower card, 1 and 6 and 7. You don't want to be a hidden enemy to yourself. So if you don't remember nothing else in this reading, you can be like, child. I don't want to be a hidden enemy to myself. I don't want to cause myself to have a Tower moment. So yeah, so that's what you're gonna be thinking from now on. It's like you don't want to be a hidden enemy to yourself by making an impulsive move. Whether it's in business and or in love, you're gonna slow down, right? That's what I have for you. Okay. Hopefully this is helpful. Okay, Aries. Bye.